students, now we have another area in grammar, very important questions related to this area are asked in almost all tests, national tests, local tests, district level tests, clerical tests, and therefore this is very important. Now what we do is, you can see what I have written here is direct and indirect speech. So what is direct speech? See, what I am now doing is direct speech. I am talking to you directly. So that now I say, you are very good students. So directly I am saying you are very good students. So say like that, the teacher said. The teacher said, you are very good students. Suppose I say like this, stop. Now these are my words. These are directly I am telling you this. Listen that. When you write or when you tell somebody, then you will say like this. The teacher said, you are very good students. That means my words, my exact words, without any change, you are writing here. Therefore, what you do, and you introduce that with a sentence, or what you call a clause. Say like this, the teacher said, comma, then my words, you are very good students, inverted comma, and then there is a full stop. Now this we call direct speech. The words, whatever I said, reported the same way. Suppose you want to say to somebody else about this speech, direct speech, then what will you do? You will report this, or reported speech, that's what you say, reported speech, or you will report this, or it will be indirect speech. Understand? Indirect speech means here what happens is, teacher said, there are only two parties here. One is the teacher, other you. But in indirect speech what happens? The teachers, you will say like this, and see the changes. The teacher said that they were good, very good students. So that is it. Now how many persons are here? One, there is the teacher. Then there is a third party. So the teacher said that about whom? So actually there are three persons you can say. First one is teacher. Second, students. And third, the person who listens. The listening person. The listening person, or the person to whom you are talking. So when you are, the teacher said something about students, and this you are telling to another person, isn't it? Then this speech is reported. It is reported by somebody, right? Or the speech reaches this listening person indirectly. But what about this? It's direct. And so this is indirect speech, or it is reported speech. Okay. Now you look at the changes. Here up to this there is no change. The teacher said, no change. but there is no comma. So that is the first change. No comma. Comma has been removed. And then what happens? Something comes in. See that? That is that. There is a conjunction. That is brought in or inserted or introduced. You can write it. Then what else? 3 you will find you second person. This is third person. So change in person. Person change. Person change. At the level of person there is a change. Now you can see this is present tense. This is past tense. So tense change. Present becomes past. Present, past. In this case, second person becomes third person. See the third person. Look at that. So the teacher said that they were very good students. So when you reported somebody else, see, I am teacher. You are very good students. Alright? There is a third person. He tells to another one that the teacher said that they were very good students. Look at that. Very often it is required because all our conversation or communication cannot be direct. It has to be very often indirect. For example, you are reporting a speech of a great man. Then what will you say? The speaker said that. So it's a very important communication strategy, you can say. This is a very important communication strategy, that using indirect speech. That's why you get in every test, you will find that one or two sentences will be there for you to change from direct to indirect. Now you can see these changes are natural and logical. See, when I am talking to you, I can use present tense, but after some time it is reported. Then you have to use past tense. It's very simple. And when I address you, I can say you. When the third person is saying about you, you have to say they. It's all common sense, that's all I would say. Simple, isn't it? Yes. So I think you understood this, right? So what is direct speech and what is indirect speech? So what is reported is indirect, not directly told to you. What is told directly to you, that is direct. What is told about you by somebody, that is indirect, or that is reported. News reports, yeah. So what are some of the changes that you have to make when you change direct into indirect? And I tell you, these changes are just common sense changes. Nothing is strange to learn rules like this. No, you have anything. So here is it already. First, punctuation, change in punctuations. What is the change in punctuations that we saw? We saw that the comma is removed, comma. Removed comma. Removed comma. After the reporting verb, that is that, here that, can be any other verb. Then secondly, removed inverted comma. Inverted comma. That also we saw, isn't it? Inverted comma is removed. Because inverted comma means that is direct speech. And third we saw, that is introduced. That, conjunction that, introduced. Isn't it? Fourth we saw, present tense is changed to past tense. Present changed to past. Changed to past. So this happens with all the other tenses. Simple present, to simple past. Present continuous. Suppose it is present continuous, then continuous will become past continuous. So corresponding past tense begins. Corresponding past tense, past continuous. And then suppose it is present perfect, that will become past perfect. Suppose it is present perfect continuous, that will become past perfect continuous. Corresponding change. Understand? And then past tense can remain past or change into past perfect. That's important. Past, you can keep it as such, or you can change it to past perfect. Past continuous, past perfect continuous. Past continuous. Past continuous will become past perfect continuous. And then future will become future in the past, will become would. Models can, could, may, might. Right. So corresponding past tense. That's important thing. Understand? And then fifth point is that all the first and second person pronouns will be changed to third person. That means I, you will become he, she, it, they. And also there are other forms like it. Me will become him, and me can become her. Or it can be it can be. So again possessive pronouns. Mine will become his. My will become his. So that is changes in the person. So this inverted comma, post, etc. Now we will take examples. Alright. For all these sentences we will take example. The most important point about is tense, isn't it? Yeah, let's see. So he said, I want, okay. He said, I enjoy films. So then he said, the indirect form will be, you have seen, he said, this is simple person. So that will become simple past. He said, comma is removed, inverted comma removed, I will become he enjoyed films. That's all. Simple. He said that first. He said sometimes that can be omitted, but not now. Not at this stage. He said that he enjoyed films. Okay. Now, next. He said, I am enjoying films. So this is present continuous tense. The indirect will be, he said that he was enjoying films. So that is the present continuous. Okay. Next, he said, I have enjoyed films. So what will be the indirect speech? It will be, how will become past perfect. So he said that he had, see the change, he had enjoyed films. So that is. Then, suppose it is past perfect and it is present perfect. He said, I have been enjoying films. And what will be the indirect form? He said that he had been enjoying films. He had been enjoying films. Understand? So this present becomes past, present continuous becomes past continuous, present perfect becomes past perfect, and present perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Okay. Yes, very good. Now, continue. Let's continue. Let's have examples so that you will not. Now, past. Okay? He said. Same sentence, so it becomes easy for you. He said, comma, inverted comma, I enjoyed films. Okay. So past will become past perfect. So he said that he had enjoyed films. See that? He said that he had enjoyed films. Again, he said, I had a dream. Okay, I had a dream. That's okay. I had a dream. Then you will say, he said that he had a dream. So in this case, past remains past. There's no point in saying that he said that he had a dream. Not required. Because the meaning is very clear there. Understand? No doubt. But if you say, he said, I enjoyed films, he said that he enjoyed films, there is some problem, isn't it? Yeah. But in this case, that's why it depends. So if you feel that means context should tell you, not that just you are feeling, that alone will not do. So if you think that it's okay, then it's understand. Yes. Context will do. So past tense change into past perfect, or it can be, you can keep it as such, depending on the context. To be on the safe side, you change it to past perfect tense. Okay. Then he said, I was enjoying films. And he said that he had been enjoying films. So, suppose you get the he had been, then keep it here. He said, I had been enjoying films. Then again, he said, he had been enjoying films. Doesn't make any difference. So you keep it as understand. Okay. So then we have what is called future. Future and models. Models. So you have got the, he said, I will enjoy films. Then he said that he would enjoy films. See that? He would will become would, will become should. He said, okay. He said, I can lift my luggage. Then he said that he could lift his luggage. So this is about a pronouns also. See, my becomes his, third person, and he. Understand? Same with the may, might. Understand? You get it? Must. If it is must, it is had to. I must go. He had to go. Okay. So the teacher said. You must go. So the teacher said that he had to go. He had to go. He had to go. Must is had to. You remember I told you this. When we are doing models, or if you have got any doubt, then just refer that area of grammar, models. Okay. So we have seen the most important part of it is that what tense change. Understand? It's very important. I think now so far you are whatever I told you so far you understood, right? So first you remove the comma. Punctuation is very important. Secondly, inverted comma should be removed. Thirdly, that should be inserted. Now you observe these rules when there is a point here. That is, when the subject of the main sentence, you call clause, main clause. This is the main clause. This is the, what follows is a subordinate clause. When it is third person and past, should be third person and the past tense. See that? He said, not comma, he said, I enjoy films. Then we can say, should be in the past tense. And the subject of that verb should be third person. Singular or plural? They said can be. They said. When the subject of the main clause, or when the subject of the introducing clause, the speech is introduced by this sentence, main sentence. I enjoy films is a speech event. Now this speech event is introduced by he said. Then you have to be careful if this should be past tense and the subject is third person. Suppose he says that. He says, I enjoy films. He says that he enjoys films. Not enjoyed films. He enjoys. He says no. He says that he enjoys films. Quite alright. That's what I said. This is a thought. Indirect speech doesn't mean that every time you have to do this. You have to look at the reporting verb. The reporting verb should be past tense and can be any past tense. Continuous or perfect. And the subject of the reporting verb should be third person singular or plural. Then we can make all the changes that we have listed so far. On the other hand, if it is says, then you can only say he says that he enjoys films. But comma, etc. you have to remove. Inverted comma also you have to remove. Alright? So the first lesson and the first trap. You have the first lesson in indirect speech and also the first draft. Remember this. Third person, past. Here third person, single, present, no problem. Listen. So I hope you followed that. We will have the second lesson on direct and indirect speech tomorrow. Till then, you think about this. Mainly, the main point that you should remember is first punctuation, second introduction of that, third removal of inverted commas, fourth change of tenses into corresponding past tense. That means present to past, present continuous to past continuous, present perfect to past perfect, present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous, past tense, past perfect or past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Listen, if it is past perfect, past perfect and past perfect continuous, you can keep them as such. If will, shall, can and may, etc., change it to could, should, could, can, could, etc. No. Now these changes you are allowed to make on condition that the reporting verb is third person, that is past tense, and the subject of the reporting sentence is third person. Understand? Don't make mistakes. I am sure that you understood it. So time being, bye bye. Take it easy.